Then more, we have aggregation, route aggregation. So typically here, if I look on that leaf for anything that is related to the VLAN 20. Remember, I redistribute the host route inside my L2 VNI. Very good, very useful if I want to know exactly in which destination VTEP I want to send the traffic to. However, for some aspect, it's completely useless. So typically here on that VTEP, I do not need to have the granularity of those /32. Why is that? Because I'm not using VLAN 20 here. So simply receiving the /24 for that 10.2.20 subnets is much enough. So for that, I'm going to filter. So the objective is to, again, minimize the number of routes, so not receiving the host route. So what we do, we define a prefix list as an example. Inside that prefix list, we can filter anything that is greater than the /25 and less equal than 32 for the mask. And we denied anything that is matching that. So typically, I will match for anything like the subnet will be accepted here. And also, I may need to have the routes being aggregated and sent from the next hop. So for that, I can use the aggregate command. Okay, if the route is not aggregated, and then I can use or not the summary only. So if inside the VRF you use aggregate command, you may wonder if I use summary only. The difference does not make any change on the EVPN because that concept is on the IPv4. The summary only that will filter any of the routes that is not the /24 is inside the IPv4 RS family. So here it will not be reflected into EVPN RS family. So summary or summary only, it's the same. So as a consequence, after the route aggregation, if you check here on that VTEP, I will just receive the /24, so which is minimizing the routes. Okay, so this is very much what I want. The route map outcome as well, we saw about filtering on IP prefix list, but we can filter as well on VNI. So if I check on a border, the routes that I've got inside that subnet 10.1.12, you see I've got a lot of routes. Actually, I've got 56 of those. Okay. Why is that? Because remember, I do a redistribute local SVI, which is redistributing all the SVI that I've got on all the VTEPs that are distributed gateway for that subnet. Plus I've got the hosts and so on. So you see 12.1 is redistributed a lot. So that's why, for instance, the redistribute local SVI is something that will remove all those routes when we have 10.09.10 supported, because that local SVI redistribution will no longer be needed. Pay attention, this local SVI redistribution is not per VLAN or per subnet, it's per VRF. So you have no choice to do that in a granular way. Okay, if I show you here. The redistribution of local SVI is under EVPN. So you have no way to actually choose whether you want that or not for a particular VLAN. So that being said, you have a way to imagine that you have a lot of routes like that. So what you can do, because you may not be interested into receiving all the L2 VNI for a particular site, you may simply filter. So you will match on that particular VNI here, which is for VLAN 12, and you will deny. And you apply that inbound. So basically now what I've got and I see is that for route type 2, for that particular subnet, I've got 0. and I still have route type 5. Okay, so the route type, pay attention, the IP routing table is populated with route type 5 and route type 2. Huh? The /32 entries are populated with that. Another benefit of the route map is the local preference. So here, typically from site 2, I want to reach 10.1.12 subnet, okay? And this subnet is advertised. So remember, we just mentioned before that we are filtering L2 VNI for that stuff. So we do not receive the host and routes for 10.1.12. So consequently, when we want to hit that VM inside VLAN 12 or this VM inside VLAN 12, we can use either that path or this path. Those two are valid. So which one to use? You may also consider that maybe you have a firewall. So maybe the traffic that is going to enter that VLAN, maybe somewhere I want to have a firewall that is active and here a firewall that is standby. So maybe I want to have all the traffic all the time going that way. A kind of situation that you may face. So for that, you have typically for that route here, if I look at the border that I was mentioning before, you have multiple candidates for the best route. So for that, you see here, I've got the same local preference, okay, and I've got here from those two routes, difference is that the highest path here is shorter here. So that one will be selected as best for my route entry. Okay, so Fabric 1 is preferred. So if I go back to the slide, Fabric 1 is preferred because for that specific route entry here, I've got this highest path, which is shorter. Right, so now what we want is to have Fabric 2 preferred, as I mentioned. And the way to do that is to make sure that we have a local preference that is set locally. So that's thanks to the route map that we've got in the VPN. We can now have a setting of the local preference that is higher. We apply that inbound, and then consequently, the next hop that is now preferred is the one that points to Fabric 2.